What's going on? We are officially live. And as always with these live streams, it takes like a few minutes for people to see that you're live. I don't know how the notifications go out. I don't know if you have to press that bell. I remember before you just have to be subscribed and it let you know when people posted videos. But now I think you have to press the bell in conjunction to being subscribed, which is kind of weird. Hey, how are you, Dark Fiend X? Thanks for tuning in. What are you up to tonight? Nintendo 2009, what's up? How you been? I definitely think YouTube is a really cool outlet. I think it's awesome to be able to talk to like-minded people all across the world, talk movies, life, anything. I think it's something that would have been awesome to have had when I was younger. I would have found out about way more movies. I think that's one thing that I've definitely loved about this. You know, I've made friends from on here, but I've also found out about a lot of cool movies that I probably wouldn't have found out otherwise. Especially since, you know, video rental stores are a thing of the past now. That's when I was a kid. I used to love going to the video rental stores, and there's a kind of like socializing. You would talk to people there, other customers, other workers there. You would, you know, talk movies that you like. They'd give you recommendations. Now that's not really a thing. Netflix, Redbox, it's not quite the same. Plus, the selection isn't as good. They lose the rights, stuff like that. 80s fan, Horror88, how are you? Awesome. Yeah, Blockbuster, I remember having a lot of good times with Blockbuster. Initially, I wasn't a fan of Blockbuster because they took over the mom and pop stores. But then Blockbuster was all that was left, even though Hollywood Video went out and stuff like that. So yeah, I remember loving Blockbuster. I had one right down the street from me. I made a few videos going to that Blockbuster, in fact. You can find that out on my channel. That's a long time ago. In fact, I went there when they were closing too. I went with another YouTuber back in the day. I think he still makes videos, but he's changed his channel a few times, so I don't know what his current channel name is actually. But I know his he had family right down the street, so we did a couple videos going to Blockbuster before. DJ Donnelly, what's up? Liam Couts, what's going on? Scotland. Noah Kaser, any interest in Marine 6? Not really, honestly. I've seen a few of the Marine movies. I just wasn't a big fan. I did see a really good action movie last night. And I have to actually, I forget the name of it. Bautista was in it. I think it was called Final Score. I believe it was like a soccer football movie. And it was way better than I was expecting it to be. I thought it was going to be like just a mindless action movie. Like I've seen a ton of the ones with different action stars, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal, then a bunch of the WWE guys too. And I thought it was just going to be on that same kind of level, but it was way better than those ones. It's one that I would actually recommend. It's nowhere near the level of like the Raid movies or anything like that, but it's still a really good action movie that I'd recommend if you like those kind of ones. Way better than the average that are out there. Way better than the most mainstream wrestling ones that you see out there. Final Score with Dave Bautista. I think Dave Bautista does some good stuff. I actually really liked him in the movie Bushwick. That was just a really fast-paced action, adrenaline-pumping movie. Like it was just every scene was just non-stop action. Jeff Overring, what's up? Teen Titan Smith, how are you? We'll be watching Tyson Fury outbox. You know what? I'm very picky when it comes to the boxing stuff. You know, I'm really into UFC. I've been following UFC for a long time. I had a distant family relative that I've never met fight in the UFC for a long time. So, you know, I've been following it for over a decade now. In fact, I think when my old channel, I used to do UFC videos, like prediction videos, fight predictions and stuff like that, and then overviews of, you know, kind of reviewing the matches and stuff like that. That was like literally like a decade ago. It's craziness. But yeah, those are good times. But UFC, I still watch The Ultimate Fighter, all the episodes that they have too. I love that show. It's like a reality TV show with fighters in the house. Actually, tonight I am going to be watching this anime movie, which I've never seen. It's Osamu Tezuka's Metropolis. Initially, I was thinking maybe it's a take on like Fitz Lang, old school Metropolis, but it's apparently written by Katsuhiro Otomo, who did Akira. I don't know, it's supposed to be a classic. I have not seen this one. I don't really know too much about it, but it's based on the comic created by the guy who did Astro Boy, Osamu Tezuka. So looking forward to it. It's I guess directed by Rintaro, who did Galaxy Express 999. But yeah, apparently it's got rave reviews. Looking forward to checking out. It's a really nice looking steelbook too. This is from Mill Creek. They've put out some cool steelbooks recently. I like their Flatliners one. I think they've really stepped their game up as far as they're releasing Blu-rays and stuff like that. They have slip covers, and their TV box sets have come a long way too. I definitely like what they're doing, so I'm pretty happy with that one. Thank you, Jeff Overing. I appreciate that with the Halloween decorations. Actually, they're all taken down. I got to put some of them. There's still a few ones I have to put up in the attic. Yes. Oh, 80s fan horror 88. Holy moly! Did you see his face, Korean Zombie? Whew. Man, that was rough. I've seen some there's been some really crazy, bloody, brutal fights in the UFC recently. There was a fight I saw like 2 weeks ago. I can't remember who it was now, but they should have stopped that fight. That guy, his face was just messed up. There's blood everywhere. It's the bloodiest fight I've ever seen. I can't remember who the heck it was right now, but I definitely think they should have stopped that fight. But scrolling through here, Dark Fiend. My Elliot is Ethan Elliott. Thank you. My night is going well. I'm about to after I do this video right here, I'm going to be watching this movie. Let me know if anybody has seen this movie, Metropolis. Right here. It's like an animated movie. Supposed to be good things. Heard great things about it, so I'm looking forward to checking it out. And I do want to do a video on my top movies of the year thus far. Every year, I usually wait till like the end of December to make my list of the top movies of the year for me, because the majority of the movies that I end up putting on my list are international titles or limited releases that we don't usually get here till the end of the year. So like a lot of the ones that are mainstream comic book movies and stuff like that, I enjoy those movies. They're just not usually going to make my top 10 list because they're, you know, action, you know, either popcorn, there you go, popcorn movies essentially. They're popcorn entertainment. I enjoy them, but they're not going to be ones that are, you know, make me really think, or ones that are going to be important to me, or, you know, things that are going to make my top 10 list for me personally. Everybody's list is different, it's subjective, and of course everybody knows Stan Lee recently passed away yesterday. Very sad, tragic loss. I saw a really good documentary, I still have it, about Stan Lee too, and I can't remember how long he was married to his wife. I don't know if it was like 70 years, something like a really crazy long time. And I know when she passed, I want to say maybe earlier in the year or either last year, I know he was really distraught about that, and the documentary was talking all about his life, but a main focus of that documentary was about their marriage and their love, which was extraordinary to see. A really good documentary from Stan Lee, on Stan Lee. Ben Hibbard, seen that version of Metropolis. It's good, but not a Patch of Length version. Okay, interesting. Only Metropolis I've seen. Exactly. I thought that was going to be like a similar one to that, but it doesn't reference it on there. Joe Rogan was taking pictures. Yes, yes, absolutely. Time to show us your boxers in the mirror. I'm actually wearing pants right now. I hate wearing pants, but it's freezing right now in New Jersey. So we went from like a couple weeks ago having like 80 degrees to all of a sudden like highs of 40. So it's been freezing. So I'm actually wearing pants. I usually don't like to. What's up, the Blu-ray collector? How are you? Ben Hibbard, glad to have you here. 4K Slim HD, what's up? Are you going to pick up the 4K Restoration Zombie and Maniac? I definitely want to. Well, Zombie I will. Maniac, I'm not the biggest fan. I like the remake way better personally, but so I'll probably skip on Maniac. But Zombie, yes. Tonight I'm gonna watch Halloween. Awesome, cool. Enjoy the Halloween movies. Let me know what you guys thought of the new Halloween movie if you've seen it. I still want to do a review of it. I have mixed feelings though. I thought it was a really good film and probably one of the best movies in the franchise, which personally isn't saying a ton because I'm not a big fan of the franchise overall. I think they progressively got worse, especially after 4, just like even after Season of the Witch. I mean, just shoop. But that's just me personally. Yes, I did see the new one. Corinne, how are you? Yes, I am wearing pants. To be honest, the majority of the time when I make videos, I'm not wearing pants. But this is one of the rare occasions I'm wearing pants. Usually the first thing I do when I get out of work is I take pants off. It's just immediately come in the door, take the pants off. Pants are the devil's clothing. Are going to spoof a scene from The Shining. Oh, that's pretty cool. I would like to see that, Teen Titan Smith. Thank you, Movie Cave Dave. How are you? Yes, absolutely. Oh, wow, Ireland. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it for sure. Thank you. I'm glad that I got the name right. I felt so bad when I got your name wrong before. You don't wear pants for, nah, I mean, why would you? If you're in your home making videos and you're comfortable, of course not. I feel like, I don't know about everybody else, but for me, I'm more comfortable not wearing pants. It's just, I don't know, I'm not a big pants guy, I guess, but yeah, I don't know, it makes me think of like when I was in college, I would be out on the porch in my fraternity house, I would just be in my boxers chilling. I remember like helping girls parallel park in my in my boxer shorts. I guess it was a different time back then too. It was, I don't know, um, not as I don't know. It's interesting to go back to college now. Like it's crazy to see the differences. It's so many more people. Just it seems like that everything's changed mentally too. I see the kids just walking casually across the street. Come on, move the heck out of the way. And then like the Halloween costumes, the girls ones shorter and shorter. When I was younger, they weren't quite like that, but it just seems like a completely different mindset these days from back then. Revenge is one I haven't seen, and I really do want to check that one out. I've heard some good things about it. I know my friend Joe on here is always talking about that one. That's one I've wanted to pick up for a while. It's funny, they were supposed to send me like a screener for that like forever before even the release, and for whatever reason just never came through. So I do want to check that one out. That might be a blind buy. Dead and Buried. Oh, that's an old school one, right? Yeah, absolutely. That's a good one. I remember that from a while ago. Brian Goes Blue, how are you? Alright guys, so there's 19 people in here right now. If you guys could give this video a thumbs up, I would appreciate it, because there's 19 people but only 2 thumbs up. It'll just help get the video get more exposure, so when I do these live streams, more people will be able to see it and tune in. And that's just, you know, kind of a basic thing, essentially. So I would definitely appreciate, thank you guys. I'm up to 8 thumbs up. That was a quick 10. Awesome. I'll take it. Even if half of you guys like it, that's a big thing. I definitely appreciate the support. And again, I like doing these videos, especially these live streams. The instant interaction is very easily accessible from my cell phone. I'm using my iPhone. So if, you know, the more exposure it gets, the more I'll be able to get to do these and more people will see them. So I think it's fun. I like talking on here to you guys, talking movies. Hold on, let me scrolling through the comments right here. Thank you for tuning in from Ireland, by the way, Scotland, everybody from, you know, across the pond. I really appreciate it. Jay, is there an easy way I can contact you? Wanted to ask you if you could do me a favor if I pay you for your time if shipping is not a killer to the UK. Shipping is kind of expensive to the UK. I remember it's been a while since I've shipped to the UK, but I remember I shipped like a DVD. It was like 15 bucks. It's craziness. But yeah, I mean, just leave me a comment with your email address, or you can message me on Instagram too. I have the same name on Instagram. That works too. For whatever reason, YouTube took away the message feature button on here, like the message feature option, which is crazy to me. It's like they don't want you to communicate. There used to be a video response option, which I thought was amazing, and they took that away. And they took away the message button, which used to be like a whole, like kind of like an email system, an inbox. There you go. And I can't believe they took that away. They're slowly taking away everything to communicate. Next is going to be the comments are gone. It's mind-blowing to me. What did you think of the Brain Damage Blu-ray? I thought it was amazing. I thought it was, it looked the best it's ever looked. I thought the special features were great. Some amazing special features on there. Bad Ronald, it's funny, I watched it when I was younger, and I always really enjoyed that one. The only other person I ever heard talk about Bad Ronald was Cool Duder. I remember mentioning it, and then I remember him mentioning it, and I was like, oh, that's awesome, that somebody else has seen that movie and knows of it. And I remember, you know, watching it when I was younger. I remember it being a little bit more thrilling. I watched it the other night, in fact, and it wasn't quite as thrilling as I remember it being. It has more of kind of like a Lifetime drama feel going on to it. I do enjoy it, but it doesn't quite live up to my memory of it from when I was younger. But a really good release from Warner Archive. I think they've released some really good movies, more obscure ones and cult titles on Blu-ray. They've done some really good ones. Like Hidden is one that I think is kind of underrated. Night School is another one. They've done some awesome releases. I can't wait to see what they release in the future. Village of the Damned is one that I friggin' love that one. Great example of low budget evil killer kids. Classic right there. Yeah, the Pokemon. You know what's funny about that? I've briefly played Pokemon Go. Like a few months ago, I was seeing somebody and she was playing Pokemon Go, and I was like, oh, I'll try it because I'm competitive. And I kind of got really into it. And it's funny, I've never really watched the TV when I was the animated series when I was a kid, but the game was fun. I gotta admit that. Oh, Husk, yes. Did you watch it? I loved Husk. I remember you picked it up. I think you messaged me on Instagram about it, I believe. But yeah, Husk is a really good Scarecrow movie. I got the Blu-ray from it on eBay a while back. I can't remember if it was the German. I think it was the German Blu-ray that I got. It's region free. I think I posted about it on here too. But probably the best Scarecrow horror movie I've ever seen, Husk. It does have a DVD release here too. I think it's like one of the After Dark ones or one of those kind of horror film festival ones. But I would highly recommend Husk. Great killer Scarecrow movie. Howard the Duck Blu-ray. I still have my DVD of that. It's like, the DVD's good enough. It's a movie that has nostalgia for me, Howard the Duck, because it's kind of a terrible, cheesy, ridiculous movie. But I remember watching it as a kid. Same thing with like the Garbage Pail Kids movie, which I loved the Garbage Pail Kids as a kid. Like I had the stickers and stuff. In fact, I have some original cheap toys from the Garbage Pail Kids right there. There was like these crappy little candies in there. It came like a little garbage bag looking thing, and you get one of these little guys right there in there, the Garbage Pail Kid ones. I don't know if, hopefully that's picking it up right there, but those are the original ones from like the 80s. Old school right there. Oh, absolutely, Corinne. When I was a kid, I watched Wizard of Oz when I was like a little kid, and it freaked me out. It's funny to see that, to think about that now. Hold on, I think I've missed some comments, so give me once. I gotta go. All right, thank you, Blu-ray Collector, for tuning in. I definitely appreciate it. Enjoy your night, and see you in the next one. Yes, absolutely. Scrolling through. New York Ripper. Yeah, that's the duck noises. I remember that. YouTube is the only way to contact my off-grid brother. Is having a YouTube channel still count as off the grid? If you have a YouTube channel, I don't know how off the grid you are. I feel like you have to be pretty good with social media to do that now, I feel like. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's actually kind of cool in a way. I've seen a lot of documentaries about being off the grid. Just finally checked out Savage Streets. Nice. I actually need to pick that one up. Linda Blair. Linda Blair back in the day. Muy picante. Would you think... are you asking me what do I think of Don't Breathe? I love Don't Breathe. I thought it was really good. I know they're doing a sequel for it, and did I show it? I'm pretty sure I showed it recently, somewhere right here. In fact, there you go. I love the lead guy right there. I think it was Stephen Lang. Yeah, he was really good in that role. The turkey baster scene is it's a classic right there. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go ahead and give you kind of like a movie collection overview tour real quick. So here we go, and this is my office room. There's just piles of stuff right now. Like this pile right here is all stuff I want to get rid of, and then the comic books I want to get rid of. I'm gonna do another comic book for sale video. I didn't get back to a lot of people because I thought a couple people were gonna buy like the whole collection, and then that fell through. So this time I'm gonna do a better job of responding back to everybody instead of holding out for people who I think might buy the whole lot. Because there's a box there, there's a stack there, there's another box over there. So this whole stuff I want to get out of the way. And then hopefully I can get all the rest of the stuff out of the way. Yeah, there's more stacks right there. There's a huge stack of 4Ks that I want to do an update video for. And some horror pillows over there. But over here is, we'll start with this bookcase. Obstructed from view are Blu-ray shows, TV seasons on Blu-ray. And we've got Twilight Time. More Twilight Time, Criterion Collection, Criterion Collection, Criterion Collection, Criterion Collection, Criterion Collection. And there's a big stack of Criterion Collection that I'm going to do an update for soon. And then we've got the bus sets up top. Some Arrow Video. I've got a bunch of Arrow Video in the other room. Arrow Video, Digibooks, Steelbooks, 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 Steelbooks. And here is one of my favorites right there. Signed up from George A. Romero, Day of the Dead. May he rest in peace. Very happy to have that signature. And Falling Down, I feel like, is a really underrated movie. Great performance from Michael Douglas. That's on the Digibook right there. And here's just, more piles of stuff I want to do updates for. And I meant to do this last month. I don't know if it's going to be stale or not. The Hostess Cupcakes Caramel Apple one. I meant to do it for, like, Halloween time, but didn't end up doing it, but there's a bunch of other stuff I want to do updates for. And then over here is the horror Blu-ray collection. I had somebody ask me if I'm going to continue to do the random horror Blu-ray shelf videos, which I plan to do the third one coming up soon. And then here is like box sets and collector sets and stuff like that. Some Funko Pops. I was able to get Butch Patrick signed up on Eddie Munster with the Wolfie. I was able to get Robert Englund signed up on the Freddy one. I like getting them signed up on the actual figure, and I like displaying the figure. Lin Wayne, who actually was co-creator of Wolverine and Swamp Thing, he passed away a while ago now, but I was happy to get the signature on that Wolverine Funko Pop. And the Sleepaway Camp Survival Kit box set signed up. Some horror mystery minis from Funko. Bruce Campbell signed Evil Dead 2. I'm looking forward to the 4K release of that. I know they just released Evil Dead 1 in 4K, and Evil Dead 2 is coming soon. I think December 3rd, I believe. But here's more horror Blu-rays, and I have enough for like 2 more shelves worth. But I really love that setup. I kind of don't want to mess that up. But here's just more random stuff. There's a box set of Singing in the Rain over there. Here's my Japanese reproduction poster of The Thing. I want to get more signatures on that. And there's my Phantasm poster signed up. And in that box is more comic books, which I want to get rid of. And here is more movies stacked up. I want to get everything off the floor for sure. There's First Blood on 4K. I remember that one was one that was on TV all the time. And it's just a classic. I absolutely love it. And there's Bad Ronald on Blu-ray. And more stuff over here. And then here's my 4Ks. Some box sets. Blu-rays, Blu-rays, Blu-rays. More box sets and collector sets up there. There's the Talladega Nights Talking Ricky Bobby bobblehead. And Tommy Boy bobblehead one. Best Buy exclusives. There's the Watchman ship. There's the Labyrinth MC Escher inspired staircase scene. More Blu-rays. Blu-rays over here. More box sets and stuff. There's the Planet Earth Globe set. And here's DVDs over here. And then more. There's horror DVDs right here in this section. And here's some signatures right there. David Schmoller signed Tourist Trap, one of my favorite horror movies. 30 Days of Night. Here's another George A. Romero signed one with Adrienne Barbeau, Two Evil Eyes. It's funny because the guy that I got this from, I ended up selling something to him, and then he ended up selling me that. We didn't even know we did that until later. He messaged me, and I thought that was pretty cool. So here's a random, cheesy, fun Christmas horror movie, Santa's Sleigh with Bill Goldberg. Just cheese-tastic, especially that opening scene. I always felt P2 was a really good underrated one. I think it takes place on Christmas Eve. Really enjoy the heck out of this one. Wes Bentley plays that creepy guy role so well. But really good film by Frankie Calhoun. I can't remember if this was the guy that did the Maniac remake or not. I think it is. But this deserves a Blu-ray release. Really underrated. But there we go. I really want to get the Blu-ray release of Happy Birthday to Me with that like retro VHS cover, slip cover. I think it's like a Walmart exclusive. But there we go. There is basically the overview. Let me check in the comments. Bill Goldberg, Santa, yeah, old school. May is an awesome movie. I had that on my shelf. That deserves a Blu-ray release as well. Hold on, scrolling through. Yes, Karen. I still haven't made a video about Patreon. I do have Patreon. I put it in like my my bio, but I've never done a video for it. And Karen is my only Patreon supporter, but I do appreciate that big time for sure. Especially since you're like my first and only right now, and you know I've talked to you on here for years and years now, so I think that's really cool. But I'm gonna do a video for that in the future. So if anybody wants to, that's an option. I definitely, one thing I want to get is video editing software. I had it before, but that one no longer works. So I want to do more movie reviews, and it's easier to do it with that. I wish I could do everything on my phone, but you can't like put pictures. I have my iPhone, but you can't add pictures to, like if you're editing an iMovie on your phone. That's the one thing I want to do. I just want to put like a picture of like the movie poster next to me. That's the big thing. Silent Night, Deadly Night. I love Silent Night, Deadly Night. That's a classic. Scrolling through. Yes, my birthday is coming up. How'd you know that? Corinne, I don't remember ever mentioning it. My birthday is next Tuesday, so like 1 week exactly. How did you know that? I really don't think I remember putting that anywhere. But that's funny. Yeah, my birthday is next Tuesday, and I'm probably gonna wait to, usually I'll pick myself up some movies and stuff like that, but I think I'm gonna wait until like Black Friday deals, which is, a few days after my birthday. So looking forward to all the deals for that. Let me know if you guys are, yes, Scorpio love right there, definitely. Let me know if you guys are gonna get any deals for Black Friday. It looks like there's actually some really good ones already. Last year I thought was underwhelming, especially for Amazon. They used to have like the Cyber Monday deals. I feel like last year was terrible for the Cyber Monday deals. Scrolling through the comments. Holy moly, you've got 144Ks. That is awesome. You'll be amazed at, oh, that's really cool. What is your favorite specialty label such as Scream Factory, Arrow? See, that is a tough one. For me, it would be between Criterion Collection and Arrow Video. Scream Factory, to me, it's more horror, and they do too many re-releases for my taste. I still think they're a great company, but for me, it's a completely, especially they do the new artwork and stuff like that, but it's a completely different, like a step up when you get to Arrow Video and then Criterion Collection. Those are the top two for me. It's debatable. It's personal preference. They're neck and neck. I really like Arrow Video does more cult titles, but they also have the Arrow Academy line too. So I've found some great movies, like Suture is one that I thought should have been their first Arrow Academy release here in the U.S. Really good black and white movie. Enjoy the heck out of that one. Polytechnic is another one that I think is, just thinking of black and white movies that I love, modern black and white movies. Dead Man, Jim Jarmusch's Dead Man is one of my all-time favorite movies, but Polytechnic is one that I think is really underrated, and just, it's a tragic movie, but a really good film. But it's a tough choice between Criterion and Arrow Video. I haven't seen Overlord, but I've heard great things. I plan to check that one out for sure. There's still a couple movies I want to check out, like mainstream ones, still. But like A Star Is Born, I heard a lot of people rave about that one. I think it's like the 4th remake of that movie. Scrolling through, I think I've missed a bunch of. Yeah, Lionsgate has a bunch of ones on sale for Black Friday too. Definitely looking forward to that. The Fog 4K, that's one I definitely want to pick up. Yeah, well, I guess all 4Ks are region free, so for sure. Did you hear Kino rights? No, I didn't. Kino Lorber got the rights for over 150 Studio Canal films. That is amazing. I'm really looking forward to checking that out. I like Cargo as well. I saw that on Netflix. I guess it's probably the beginning of the year. And that actually does have a Blu-ray release through Umbrella, and it's region free. Umbrella is an Australian company releasing Blu-rays, and you can import them for pretty cheap, actually. Cargo is definitely one I would recommend, and there's a good Blu-ray release for it from Umbrella. Do you remember YouTuber called Cook Me Beef? Cook Me a Beer. I do remember the name, but I can't picture who it is. I do remember that name, though. Hi, how are you? What to... oh, I'm glad. That sounds like a fun time. I'm just scrolling through. All right, I think I caught up to most of the comments. Yeah, for me, again, Arrow, Criterion are like neck and neck. Scream Factory is way below them, but I do like them as a company. Olive Films is definitely a good one too. I like their Olive Signature series ones too. MBD has definitely stepped their game up. They've done a lot of really good ones too. Did you check out Terrifier? Yes, I do like Terrifier, but I prefer All Hallows Eve. Also has Art the Clown in that one. That was like the very first one. I think it was really good gore effects. Art the Clown should be a horror icon, but I just thought the storyline was just too basic. That was my only issue with it. It was just such a super basic storyline. But I love Art the Clown. I love Damien Leone, the director, creator. All Hallows Eve, I prefer that one though. Horror anthology movie. Check that one out with Art the Clown in there. All right. So yeah, let me know what you guys are watching tonight as well, because I'm going to watch Metropolis, like I said, which is an animated movie that I haven't seen. Leave me some animated movie recommendations for me to check out. I actually just watched Incredibles 2 recently. I'll be talking about that in an upcoming video. And scrolling through, let me know what you guys what are your movie snack choices? For me, Sour Patch Kids right there. Got them ready to go. And I need a drink because I am parched. I feel like I'm talking like a mile a minute, like the old Micro Machine guys on the commercials. Well, there's only like a sip left in there. My favorite drink is Diet Ginger Beer right there. Goslings, that's my one of choice right there. But I love ginger beer. I feel like it's an acquired taste for sure. But if I can open this with one hand. All right, skills. So yeah, let me know what you guys are watching tonight. Cheers. Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace, Stanley. I was talking about that already. And I have a documentary with him in here somewhere over here in the DVD section. I don't know where the heck it is right now, but really good documentary, very in-depth, talking about his career, tons of special features on here. I don't remember, I feel like there was like a picture of, I don't know if Mill Creek might have released it. There's a picture of like the Earth on the front cover and Stan Lee standing on the cover. But it talked about in depth about his relationship with his wife too. So that was definitely sad when she passed. I'm sure that definitely caused him to be very distraught. But yeah, I just want to do a quick video on here because I like doing these videos. It's fun. I like the instant interaction, how easily accessible it is. And I like to talk movies with you guys. I think it's a fun time. And I want to do more of these live streams, so look forward to that. I know people have asked me what my schedule is. It's usually just kind of like a spur of the moment kind of thing, but I do want to have like a schedule for at least one. Somebody came up with this idea. I can't remember who it was, but whoever you are, it was a good idea. I like it. Where I watch a movie and then we can kind of like watch it together and like talk about the movie. So maybe like set up a certain time, like schedule for that, for a live stream of it, and just kind of like do live reactions of it, watching the movie. So I just thought that would be kind of a cool thing to do. I don't know if it could be, I don't think I could show the movie itself unless it's like public domain. But still, I think it's a really cool idea. Scrolling through, Sour Gummy Worms. It's kind of like the same thing as Sour Patch Kids. What is your brother's YouTube channel? Let me know. That's actually, that's some good, interesting facts right there. Butterscotch popcorn. I don't think I've ever had that. Root beer, yes. You don't have root beer over there? I love root beer. Again, I usually drink diet caffeine free. I don't, too much caffeine, I can't have it for my heart. Too much sugar, the same kind of thing. But the Sour Patch Kids are a weakness. But I feel like when you drink a soda, it's like, I don't know, like 50 grams of sugar for like one can. It's just, you know, it's too easy to drink a couple of them. So I do diet caffeine free. I don't feel as bad about myself, even though people say the diet isn't good for you either with the whatever stuff is in there. Started collecting Blu-ray steelbooks. Do you have any for sale? I don't think I have any for sale right now. Thank you. I appreciate you. Said you've been following for a long time on here. Oh, you've always wanted to own a steelbook for me. That's cool to hear. I think that's awesome to hear. I feel like I need I have like no room. Like here's most of my steelbooks right here. I still have a few in the other room, like from the bottom shelf up. But I'm gonna do another complete steelbook collection video coming up soon. But yeah, I don't know if I have any for sale right now. Although I do wanna, I know there's like a 4K steelbook of Christine, and I want to pick that one up because and upgrade my Blu-ray of it because I love Christine. But yeah, I don't know. I want to thin the collection out because there's like no room and I have stuff all over the floor. But I've hit that impasse where like, you know, I got rid of a ton. I got rid of essentially like what you see here. I had double that at one point, so I got rid of like half the collection. I still have a ton, but if I can't see myself rewatching a movie, I want to get rid of it. And it's come, you know, a hard impasse because there's some movies where like I try to rationalize, like I like it for certain aspects of it, but if I can't see myself rewatching it in like 2 years, I really shouldn't keep it. And it's hard for certain movies. Like there's a documentary, a really good music documentary called Wrecking Crew. Love it, great music, and just great stories too. But I just don't know when I'm going to sit down and rewatch that. So it's kind of tough. That's like one of the ones that I have off to the side to debating about. And if I'm debating about getting rid of it, I should probably get rid of it, right? There's that. But I will do another for sale video coming up soon too. Cheers! I love those the emojis right there for that. What's up, Joe? How are you? Okay, cool. I like that. Scrolling through. Yeah, I'll let you know, Robert, if I sell any steelbooks for sure. Scrolling through. Yes, Martinez Joe definitely does. I actually ended up having an extra 30 Days of Night Blood Pack Steelbook years and years. Oh, no, you know what? I take it back. I take it back. I'm mistaken. It was another Blood Pack one. It was the Saw 3 Blood Pack Steelbook. I never found another 30 Days of Night. Oops, sorry. 30 Days of Night Blood Pack Steelbook. Although, I still have mine. That's one I don't think I'll ever get rid of. I just love it. It's down there at the bottom, right there. I see it right now. I gotta move all the stuff out of the way. This is ridiculous. It's annoying the heck out of me. I'm gonna do another for sale video for my comic books right here. Hopefully get rid of those. And hopefully get rid of all these movies too. And then I could finally start organizing everything else, do more videos on that side, because this is just a mess right here. Like, this is my office area. You come in, it's just piles all over here. I did a good job of moving stuff over here, but then I kind of just like piled it over here. And then there's piles right here, piles behind here too. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to get rid of. Some tough stuff as far as, you know, I got to make those decisions. There's just no room. You still have your Anchor Bay DVDs. I haven't kept all of them, but I do still have like some of the 10 editions and some of their like rarer ones too. Yeah, the old Anchor Bay was like the king, especially of horror DVDs back in the day. Like here's an Anchor Bay 10, which I was able to get signed up by Bruce Campbell for Evil Dead 2. I love their 10 editions that they used to have. Yes, he has. That's such a. There's the Caesar bust right there. I gotta figure out where to put him. I wanted to put all the bust sets together, but obviously that's I can only have 2 back to back right there. But yeah, that's actually one of my favorite bust editions out there. I want to get the Nightmare Before Christmas one too, Jack Skellington bust set for the old DVD one. I know it's actually kind of hard to come by now, but I love the look to that one. It would just go with the other ones as well. How much did you meet? Did you get like an autograph or a picture with him? Because I think he charges a decent amount, Bruce Campbell. Brian Goes Blue. Oh, that's very cool too. Mischief. All right. Drop me a list of blues on Twitter. Okay, Movie Cave Dave, you got it. Karen, good memory on that. Wow, somebody was asking $400. Was it somebody from Brazil? Because I know there was a YouTuber on here who was selling their whole collection, and I feel like their prices were extravagant, too much. I get that some of them are rare, but still, they're asking way too much. Like, here's probably the most I ever paid for anything. This is years ago. This is, I've always been to do an unboxing for it, and I just never have. I've had this in my collection for years and years. It's a Japanese edition. It's the Japanese Heatbox edition for Suspiria in Deep Red. The coolest thing about this, I don't know if it's going to show right now because it's like freezing in New Jersey, and I don't have my heat going right now because it's, I don't know, I think I usually have my heat set to 67, but underneath here, underneath the black, if you put like heat, or usually like, especially in the summertime, you just put your fingers on there, the black cover will reveal an image underneath, but I don't think it's going to show right now because it's a little too cold. But it's an amazing box set edition. I've only seen like one other person ever have that. So, you know, as much as I paid for it, realistically, I wouldn't ask for too much for it. I don't ever plan to resell it. But I know some people, like the old DVD collector days ones, people were asking tons of money. I feel like it's a different climate. I know some of those ones are really rare, but you can't ask that much. That's too extravagant, too absorbent, too ridiculous, absurd price-wise. But I wonder if it's the same person, because there was something that I wanted from that person. It was like a thing, liquid steelbook or liquid metal pack from Spain, and I never see that for sale, but they wanted way too much. I was like, I'm not going to pay that, plus the shipping too. Oh yeah, the Sharknado Funko Pop. Apparently that's probably like my rarest, most expensive Funko Pop. Well, not including my signed ones, obviously, but I think that's the only like really rare one. Oh no, I take it back. I take that back big time. I was lucky enough to get the Hot Topic Chase right there of Leatherface and the Pretty Woman with the blood splatter. So that is my rarest one and my most expensive Funko Pop. And I'm going to take that out of the box and display it. I want to do an unboxing video for it, and I just haven't yet. A lot of videos I want to do that I haven't gotten around to yet. But scrolling through, awesome. can I ask you how much Bruce Campbell charged for his signature? Because I've heard different things. I'm not sure if it was 40, 50, or more than that. I know certain people charge like a lot. Like I think Robert Englund charges 80 now. So I think it's, you know, these horror conventions there's more and more of them popping up. I think Walking Dead really changed the climate for horror conventions in good ways and bad ways. There's way more available out there. There's way more out there, period, as far as conventions going. There used to be only like a few, like, I don't know, like 10 years ago or so. There was, you know, not that many. Now there's every year, every state has a few of them. But they also made the prices go way up because there was like tertiary characters on The Walking Dead asking for like 40, 50 bucks for a signature. Meanwhile, these horror legends were asking for like 20 bucks. So suddenly they saw that and they started raising the prices. It's a different climate, but again, I've been involved with sports memorabilia, so if you go to a convention like that, former, like Joe Montana is going to ask you 200 bucks for a signature on a like a mini helmet, or 250 bucks for a full-size helmet. It's more depending on what it is, which I never really preferred that, but for sports memorabilia, there's a little bit more of a, you know, price markup, and, you know, I guess real resale. So for the horror one, I think it's finally catching on like that now. But still, it doesn't compare to like if you go to a sports convention. Yeah, Kane Hodder, I think some of those people are definitely worth it. Kane Hodder, Bruce Campbell, Robert Englund, legends. So 80 bucks for England. Signed my sister's back just because she reckoned. That's pretty cool. Yeah, if you meet them on the street or something like that, that's different. But if you go to a convention, they already have their prices set. So yeah, exactly. 300 bucks is exact for Tom Brady. Yeah, that's how a lot of these guys make a ton of money doing those sports conventions. They do private signings as well. But yeah, if you go to a convention like that, I remember Michael Phelps. If they had like, it was his first convention was one that I was involved with, and he was charging like for the, if you signed the Speedos, it was 200 bucks. If you sign like the swim cap, 250 bucks. If it was like not, I don't know what the term was, but it was basically like custom artwork, he was charging 300 bucks. And it was like, you know, different price points for each item. I was like, ah, this is crazy. I know it's like his first thing that he's done, a public signing event like this, but the prices were ridiculous. People were paying him though. You got George Romero for free? How'd you score that? I got a few George Romero things. I never got to meet him personally. I got other people pick them up and sold them to me, and I'm okay with that paying a little extra for it. I also got that Sharknado pop though, no box though. Still sell okay loose, essentially because Funko Pop collectors are so kind of. I feel like I'm one of the only people that actually displays them. The box is like half the value, so even if the box is damaged, you're gonna get less money. If there's no box, there's still gonna be people who want it, but it's gonna be like half the value. I remember like there's certain ones I wanted to get the old like Boo Berry, Frankenberry, like Count Chocula, like the old school ones that they released. And some of those, I remember seeing one selling on eBay, and it was the guy's dog chewed part of the Boo Berry, like the tail part off of the ghost, and they were still going for like $100, no box, part of it chewed up. But I know they re-released them too recently with their different. Unboxed Sharknado for 40 bucks on eBay right now. There you go. It's quick with it right there. Medhead at night. Oh, that's right. You always have those great theater experiences down there in the city. Very lucky for that. That's Howard the Duck right there. Howard the Duck Funko Pop. Again, it's a super cheesy, terrible, trash kind of movie, but it's nostalgia for me. It's what I remember watching as a kid. Same thing with like Garbage Pail Kids. It's not a great movie, but I remember watching a lot. So, Golden Girls cereal. Yes, that's right. I actually wanted to try that. I was thinking about doing like a video for that, in fact. But I feel like all those Funko Pop cereals look like the Monster cereal ones too, where it's just like the cereal's terrible. You're just buying it for nostalgia, kind of. I didn't try it, but it looked like that same kind of generic cereal. But hold on, these prices to get things signed are a ripoff. These people already have loads of money. Absolutely, but people who are fans and collectors, they want to have something personalized. They're signed by them, so there's always going to be a market for it. So there's that. I know a lot of people don't do the convention, don't want to pay for anything signed. That's fine, but there's a lot of people who do, like myself. I'll pay it, you know. There's a ton of things, a ton of people who I wish I would have met and gotten the signature. I feel like it's not just getting the signature. If you have the chance to experience meeting them, that's also a really cool big thing. I've met a lot of people who like do stand-up comedy, like John Leguizamo. Rob Schneider was an amazing experience to meet him. He was super friendly. Tom Arnold, I've met him a few times. There's a bunch of people that I've met that have been really cool. TJ Miller was probably the craziest stand-up comedy experience I've ever had. But he was really, I think I was the only one to get to meet him at the end of the show, my date and I. And but that was such a great experience, a cool memory. So it's part of that. I didn't pay for those ones. But if you go to a convention, you know what you're getting yourself into. I'm getting parched again. But I noticed it's 45 minutes on here already. And that's one of the things I love doing these, but the time flies by. I feel like I've been on here for 5 minutes. It's been 45 minutes. So I am going to get ready and watch the movie. And leave me some comments down below for movies that you would recommend me checking out, especially for 2018 movies. Because I do want to make a list of my top movies so far of the year. But oh yeah, Danielle, oh, you made me think of somebody else. William Daniels, very cool. Danielle Harris is one. She has a personal website, and if you send her something to sign, she will sign it for a fee and then send it back to you. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get ready to go off here for now. But yeah, leave me comments what you're watching tonight and movies for me to check out, recommendations, especially for 2018. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for tuning in for this live stream. Look forward to more of them coming in the future. Wait, what's the comment question? A list? I'm not sure what you mean. I have checked out Mandy. It was crazy, but I did enjoy the heck out of it. I'll talk about, actually I have talked about it I think already, but I'm going to talk about it more in the future. But hope everybody is doing well and have a good night.